Hey everyone, it's Dr. G from the podcast and the YouTube channel Smilejevity. Many of you know that my patients seek us out for holistic dental care, knowing that the oral cavity is connected to the entire body. Inflammation in the mouth affects the brain, the heart, the gut, weight loss, toxin elimination, pain in the feet, pain in the hips, migraines, headaches, terrible sleep, low energy, crowded teeth, skin that looks dehydrated, and so much more. Today, though, I am going to focus on getting the base structure of what one needs so that when people come to us for all these holistic methods, which we offer dozens and dozens and hundreds of ways to help with all the things I just explained. Remineralize the teeth so you don't need dental work, stop the clenching and grinding, stop the jaw pain, stop the headaches, better sleep, better digestion, lose weight, better abs, better skin, decrease inflammation. We can offer all those solutions, but if our patients are in a chronic stage of stress and their nervous system is dysregulated and not balanced, you can spend the money, tons of money, on the most expensive biohacking treatments, red light therapies, herbs, supplements, toothpaste. People do the most extreme diets in our practice. They absolutely don't touch sugar, they tell me. And they bring in bags of toothpaste and tongue scrapers and flosses and mouthwashes. I mean, dropping hundreds and hundreds to thousands and thousands of dollars with the oral supplies, not to mention the supplements. Again, come in with another grocery bag of supplements. And none of it is going to work if the body is will work long term. Some people may feel better for a little bit, but none of it is going to work long term if the body is in a state of stress. So I am going to go over 10 things. I'm going to hopefully cover them all today. I was thinking of breaking it into 2 videos and demonstrating how you're actually going to put this into action and release jaw pain and strengthen the teeth and boost your immune system, get better blood flow, lose weight, all these things in just 10 minutes a day. So we'll see if we can accomplish that in this one video. If we can, I'll break it into 2 separate ones. I have some notes over here so I do not forget to share anything because I want to make sure that we are addressing helping you eliminate toxins, getting off the hamster wheel where you feel like your health is deteriorating, your smile doesn't look as beautiful, you are experiencing jaw pain, you're having poor sleep, you don't have a lot of energy, joy and fulfillment, motivation is less. We want to make sure we stop all of that. And so that's why I have my notes. I don't want to forget anything. The other thing I'm going to focus on today is free. So everything that I'm going to share in this video and then that we are going to do in our January challenge is going to be free. Then once the body is in a state that it is able to heal naturally on its own, it is not in a stressful state, it's not always in sympathetic overdrive, or people call it fight or flight, and you can't just sit and rest and digest and be all either, so we can't have anxiety where people are just off the charts anxious and can't calm down, can't focus, and upset. But we also cannot just be laying around being lazy and not giving our body the necessary hormetic stress that it needs to take on challenges in life, to be a person in society that wants to produce and create, and to be able to share connection and love, volunteer and help. So much that one can do, and we can't do that if we're also just always resting and digesting. So this challenge is to focus on balance and to not just turn off the sympathetic nervous system, but to embrace the balance of everything that stress helps us do, but good stress, to build a stronger body and mind, and that everything that rest and digest helps us do. Decrease inflammation, be pain-free, sleep better, have more joy, have more connection. So I'm excited to share these things with you, and I'm actually really excited to take them on myself. That's why I'm doing this. I have not been practicing what I preach. I sit there all day long and people again ask me all these questions, specifically starting out a lot of times with their oral health and why they're frustrated with where their jaw pain is, where their headaches are, how their breathing is, the alignment of their teeth, and that they're demineralizing, that they're getting cavities, that the gums are receding. So then I spend all day in the sympathetic state, sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing everything they can do, everything they can buy when it comes to wellness. And I realized that, right, it isn't working for me and it isn't working for them if we don't set the foundation and get the body ready to accept the herbs, the minerals, the red light, the oil pulling, all of it. So I'm excited to do this with you because I know that my pituitary gland, my thymus, my brain, my eyes, my teeth, my gums, my sleep, I'm trying to think if there's anything else there. My connections, we have not been hugging it out enough in my family. I have not been hugging it out enough with my team members in the office. So it's time for me too to get back and not be suffering, not having poor sleep like many of you are, not having my hormones be dysregulated. Sorry, I have this itch in my eye. Can't make that go away in the middle of the video. And during the holidays, it can be even more stressful and tough for people. And so join us on Facebook and Instagram so you can be part of this challenge. So here's the 10 habits, because I know you have been waiting on the edge of your seat. And I can explain more why each one works as we go through the challenge together. I love that it's going to work for you, me, and that it's going to make all of us feel younger, be more vibrant, have less pain, less inflammation. It's going to boost our immune system too, which is really important this time of year. It's going to get blood flowing. So the 10 strategies that we're talking about today are going to help, like I said, release the jaw pain, decrease the headaches, improve your digestion, the bloat, we're going to get rid of that. Going to help make your abs look more defined. I'm really into a strong pelvic floor and core, connecting all the way to the toe and the tongue, which again is crazy. People don't think about all that, but yes, your core and your feet and ankles, your hips, your knees are all going to not only be stronger and feel less pain in your joints. That's going to happen through what we're going to do up here. You're also going to have less gum recession. You're going to stall problems like turkey neck. Our patients want to look younger. And see, just as I do this click, that this stuff is going to disappear. We're going to work on having a nice jawline, and we're going to improve our skin, blood flow to our skin, decrease inflammation in our skin, fine lines, wrinkles, build collagen throughout this program, and decrease cavities, not be wearing down our enamel, and decreasing where the teeth are bending with all that gum recession that people are getting. And there's probably so much more. That's a lot already. That's a lot. And I know I missed a lot of other benefits of this stress elimination jaw relaxation challenge. I am going to start it a little bit this month so you can join me as well, but it's not going to be as formal because I'm going to be doing it as I'm running around to holiday parties and moving, traveling to games with my kids and seeing family that I don't get to see very often. I'll share some places little places in Pennsylvania as I went as a child, to really bring that spirit of the holidays all the way through the end of the year. We're going to celebrate the holiday season all the way through January as it should be, because it is not enough time to really enjoy everything that the season allows us to focus on in 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Really, this year, I'm going to make a point to keep the holiday season vibe, shall we say, and aura all the way through Valentine's Day. So you can join me for that. That should really help with those blues that if many of you are like me, I definitely have a problem with not getting enough sun there in January and February, and can experience what many people talk about as affective seasonal disorder. So we are not going to have that this year. So here is the 10 things we are going to do to eliminate stress, improve our skin, get rid of headaches, jaw pain, and you're never going to guess what the first one is. Because people wouldn't think it has anything to do with beauty, with their teeth, but it's going to get us prepared to do the entire program. So each day when we do these exercises together, you're going to get a bowl of ice water. You are going to do a facial plunge. So you're going to take your face. You are going to take a deep breath in. You're going to click your tongue 10 times or so. And then it's called the posterior palatal seal. You are going to take the front tip of your tongue, put it behind your teeth, the very back of your tongue, and hold it all the way back to your airway, where you would swallow. And we are going to hold it there for 1 to 2 minutes. At first, I'm not going to sit here for 2 minutes with you doing this in this video, but at first shoot for 60 seconds. So it's going to look like this, front of the tongue, and I'll bring a little diagram mouth that I have that has dots all the way back to the tongue. So front, middle, all the way back there. All 3 things are touching and we're holding. Not gonna bore us in this video for the full 1 to 2 minutes, but that's how you're gonna spend your first 1 to 2 minutes. Then you're gonna take a deep breath in your nose, and you are going to dip your face in the ice bowl. I will get this for the next video actually out and do it with you all. I also will get fancy with YouTube, Facebook, and figure out how to put numbers and timers on there so that no one's cheating. And then number 2, if you are available, the second thing that will decrease stress and get your body in a state to heal is getting outside. So if you can get outside while we do these exercises, then that would be awesome. Where I'm living, it's pretty cold this time of year. So if you're going to get the benefits of nature and grounding, which have been shown to automatically get yourself in a parasympathetic state, then you want to put on wool socks, because the ground, the energy from the ground will go right through natural materials. So sometimes I'll put on 2 pairs of wool socks. So if you can get outside, put on 1 to 2 pairs of wool socks, join me outside. And then the exercise that we're going to do, I will go up against this wall. Let me find there if we have a nice wall. We are going to do these tongue and jaw exercises that are going to be combined with breath work. So yeah, let's get up. So what you're going to do is put hands on your inner thighs, and this is going to give you amazing abs. Mine probably are not that amazing because it's holiday season, and I do not go sugar-free. I love chocolate. So you're going to put the inside of your hands, let me move back, right there. You are going to take that same click of the tongue and hold. You're going to breathe in, if you're familiar with yoga, like a cat, and a cat, and a cat, and a cat. And what you're going to do is breathe in, holding that tongue out there. When you breathe out, you're going to stick the tongue as far to the ground as you can. So in, out. Now with breath work, ideally, you want to get to 7-11. 7-11 is my favorite way for everyone to remember. You're going to breathe in for 7, and then 11 counts with that tongue straight out as far as you can. If you want to do a tongue wag at the same time, that's to your right ear to your left ear. Go for it, either straight out or tongue wag as you breathe out. You are going to cup your ribs, your pelvic floor, everything up and in, and stretch that tongue out at the same time as far as you can. Wave it right, wave it left. Again, you're going for 11 seconds, so you have a lot of time there. Then you're going to breathe in, stretch the tongue up, and out, wag, wag, wag. I'll figure out a better way to do this part of the video. So we got it. Way to de-stress number 1, ice bowl plunge. Face is going in the ice bowl. 2, you're going to do these exercises outside in nature if you can, or stay tuned. At our one office, I think we are going to build a plant room with some moss and grass and things on the floor, so you can do these inside with us. Number 3, you're going to do that specific breath work and tongue wag and click and hold stretch as you do cat and cow. Cat, cow. Got it. There's a fancy word for these exercises that we're going to include in the program. It's called myofunctional therapy, and mobility exercises and breath work. Sometimes people have different names for all of them, oromyology. But so we are going to work through a bunch of different ones. That is just the first one. Now, next exercise is going to be right arm behind the back, left ear towards your shoulder, and then the tongue is going to drop, reaching towards those fingertips. Up on the other side, and the same thing. I promised you this was going to be 5 to 10 minutes. So if we're already holding that for 1 minute, then putting our face in the ice, then doing the breath work exercise with the cat-cows for a minute, then switching to this exercise, you're already at 4 minutes. So the last one that I'm going to show you will get us to our 5 minutes here. And then I'll just share what we're going to be adding on, the other 5 hacks for bringing yourself into just a calm parasympathetic nervous system state and decreasing stress. So number 5 is going to be vagus nerve stimulation. And we are going to stimulate the vagus nerve by humming today. Today we'll do humming, and we're going to hum Jingle Bells. So what you're going to do is we are going to focus again on that tongue, and we are going to draw a circle here and here. And because it's the holiday season, we are going to hum Jingle Bells as we do it. And it's good I did that and actually messed up. Did you see how I compensated and I was moving my jaw this way and that way? I'm glad I was not perfect that first time, because if I had done it perfectly, you would be doing it, moving your jaw all around, and you wouldn't see how this could actually decrease your stress, improve your airway, improve your sleep, improve your digestion, all those things, because we would have been compensating. So here we go again. You're going to focus on complete jaw relaxation and not moving it. Drawing the circle with your tongue. And hum. Pick Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree if you'd rather. And you don't have to be on tune. And where's one other thing I was going to show you there? I forget. As I was watching myself doing it, I was like, wait, I've got to tell you one other thing. Oh, I know what it was. Lips sealed. It's very important as we do these exercises to decrease your stress, improve your airway, improve your digestion, increase your tongue mobility, and you're cleaning your teeth. I did not even mention that part. See, again, not mentioning some of the most important things. So by doing this, you're actually cleaning your teeth. Way before there was all these fancy toothpaste and remineralization therapy and hydroxyapatite and all of these things that me and my patients talk about all the time, there was the tongue that people moved around to clean their teeth. And so that's what you're going to be doing in this exercise. Your lips are going to be sealed. As I said, that was the other important thing I forgot, lip sealed. And some people will want to just do up and down. And again, focus on not moving that jaw. It's really easy to go kind of crazy at first and not keep the jaw straight, but you want to actually be focusing on just the tongue and keeping the jaw stable. Alrighty, that's enough for this video. We will go over the other 5 hacks. We'll go through these, but give you different ways to improve your tongue position, your swallowing, your digestion, your immunity, decreasing stress, inflammation, making your face beautiful. We'll do different exercises for those first 5, and then I'll share the other 5 ways that we're going to decrease your stress this season so that all the things that I share and all of the people that I interview over this next year that are going to share all the wonderful things that can improve your health so they actually work, so you're not wasting your money. All right. It's such a great time hanging with you today, and I'm excited to take this challenge on.